Hello everyone, welcome back. We are back in lockdown here in Melbourne. It's lockdown number 6. We went into lockdown on Thursday night. It's supposed to go on for a week, but I'm guessing it might get extended for another week. Luckily, before going into the lockdown, I was able to squeeze in watching Black Widow on the big screen. The movie has been in the making since 2014. After a long delay due to the pandemic, it finally made it to the big screen last month. The movie parallelly released in Disney Plus as well. The movie Black Widow follows a timeline before the Avengers Endgame. It is pretty obvious considering that Black Widow dies in the Endgame. The timeline for the movie is just after Captain America Civil War. Black Widow escapes after the big fight in the airport, and the movie picks it up from there. Like you would expect from an MCU movie, this movie has pretty good CGI, good action sequences, little drama, and little sentiment. The CGI, as in any MCU movie, is pretty good. But there was an instance where I felt that the CGI was not up to the mark. Except for that instance, the CGI is pretty good. The action sequences in the movie don't disappoint. There is a high speed car chase full of adrenaline, which according to me is the best action in the movie. There is a lot of jumping from a bridge, jumping from a huge chimney which is falling, and jumping from a helicopter. The only action sequence which was too unreal was when Scarlett Johansson jumps off a parachute to fight off the Taskmaster, and eventually both of them falling to the ground with a half deployed parachute. For someone who is just a trained killer but doesn't have any superpowers, that scene was a little overboard. There is a lot of instances of good comedy in this movie. Florence Pugh, who plays Elena, Natasha's sister, has a few good comedy scenes. I really liked one scene in particular where Elena lands and looks up just like Natasha, but having made fun of Natasha's pose, calling it a wannabe, she cringes and walks away. That was really funny. David Harbour, who plays Alexei the Red Guardian, has a couple of good comedy scenes as well. Scarlett Johansson has done a good job all around playing Natasha. The action sequences, her acting in the emotional scenes, I give her the thumbs up. Rachel Weisz, who plays Melina, and Florence Pugh have both done a decent job. David Harbour utilizes his screen time and has given a solid performance. Natasha, Elena, Alexei, and Melina, all of them together as a family in Ohio, and their reunion in Russia, all of them sitting in a dinner table, it's a nice watch. Olga Kurilenko, who plays the Taskmaster, it was kind of a disappointment because she shows her face only twice in the movie and all her stunts were performed by a body double. There is an after credit scene which builds the foundation for the next MCU series, the Hawkeye, which is coming later in this year. Overall, a typical Marvel movie which is enjoyable for most parts, and it's definitely worth watching it in the cinema rather than enjoying it from the couch. I would like to talk about the recent controversy surrounding this movie. Scarlett Johansson has filed a lawsuit against Disney for releasing this movie in Disney Plus. According to her contract, the movie was supposed to be released only in the theaters. Releasing the movie in Disney Plus has had a huge impact on Scarlett's salary. It was expected to be around 50 million, but it turned out to be just 20 million. Disney had downplayed it, quoting the pandemic and calling Scarlett too greedy. But in my opinion, Scarlett has every right to sue Disney. If any action done by Scarlett had resulted in Disney losing more than 50% of their revenue, I don't think they will be sitting and watching it just because it's the pandemic. Let's see what happens and if Scarlett gets some money out of it. That is all, folks. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Take care and stay safe.